I want to move on right away to our next guest. Please welcome Thorsten Jonas.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. I want to talk to you about sustainable user experience and about a little, or maybe not so little anymore, non-profit initiative that I set up with a few more designers from, well, all over Europe, all over the world. Well, you have heard I have a lot of experience in UX, but I'm not only doing UX and stuff and building products, I also like being outside a lot, doing hiking, triathlon, mountaineering. And I show you this picture that's from a trip to the Alps in the summer. When you go to the mountains and you climb up mountains and you go over glaciers and all that stuff, and you see how the glaciers are disappearing year by year in a dramatic way, and you feel like, okay, shit is going on. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. The bad news is, honestly, the planet will survive. It's us who won't. The good news actually is, we as designers are more powerful than ever. Honestly, that gives us a lot of power. We need to take action. What can we do, or what should we do as UX designers? We need to design for saving energy. How many of you have ever in any project used a carousel for a website or whatever? Numbers show most people do not click on the things that are on position 2, 3, 4, whatever in the carousel. Still, all the data, all the pictures in the carousel needs to be loaded to the website. That's a lot of data that is just pushed through the internet, that is consuming energy that nobody is actually using. We also need to design to drive sustainability. I brought you another example. Somehow they measure from what energy sources the energy for the data centers comes where the website is hosted. And this low impact side, and that's what you see on the left side, goes actually offline when too much energy comes from carbon intense energy sources, so not from renewables. They are creating a lot of awareness. We maybe also need to help them make more sustainable decisions. We all get these parcels delivered to our home door. So I live in Eimsbüttel. The DHL guy actually, he needs a whole day to deliver the parcels for 2 small streets. That's insane. It would take him 30 minutes if he just put it on a place in the middle of these 2 streets where everyone can walk in within a minute. Question here is, why don't we make the option delivery to a hub the default option in all the shops we build? Sustainable UX also means we need to solve the right problems and maybe sometimes think beyond the obvious ones. So when I see the discussion about carbon emissions out there, and I very often have the feeling that electric cars are the big solution for everything. If all cars are electric, everything will be good. Well, the truth is, actually it won't, because still this energy needs to be produced somewhere. Still, we are not producing all our energy from renewables. And there's another aspect. I mean, all of you who live here in Hamburg, you know the situation in the neighborhoods. Cars are parking on the streets the whole day. People are not using their cars. They are standing on the street the whole day. Actually, they are blocking the street. They're taking a lot of space from our city just to stand there on the street. I don't know how much space does a car need. 2.5 by 4.5 meters of space on the street for these people who do not block this amount of space with their car. Maybe I want to put a chair or 2 chairs and a table there and sit there with my neighbors. So we need to rethink sometimes and look beyond the curtain. Not talk about, yeah, let's bring cars from fuel-driven to electric-driven, but maybe, hey, how can we get rid of cars? We need to design for all aspects of sustainability because there is much more. Well, the good news is someone already defined all the different aspects very well. The United Nations did with the Sustainable Development Goals. So in case you don't know them, there is a great website where you can look into that stuff with great examples and so on. I highly recommend to have a look there. What have we won if we save the planet just for us who were lucky enough to be born on the right side of the planet? We need to design for ethical and responsible products. I think almost every one of us knows this book, right? Everybody had to read this book because, yes, that's the shit that you need to read. Maybe it shouldn't be the Bible anymore. We try to grab time from our users, having them spending more time with our products and maybe even more time than is good for them. And by that, actually, we are harming our users. Who has an idea what this picture is about? It's Momo. There are the gray gentlemen are appearing. They lure all the people into selling them their time because they need this time to live. They smoke the time in time cigars. So the whole world changes. The whole world gets gray like the gray gentleman without any luck, without any joy or happiness. The question is, who are the gray gentlemen nowadays? And maybe we are luring the the users into our products. We are trying to steal more and more time from them. We are not considering what is best for them, but what is best for the product. Instead of being the great gentleman, we need to be Momo. We need to be there for our users, and we need to save them from these things. We need to design for surrounding ecosystems. From a UX perspective, you can say, hey, it's a great UX. I sit on my couch, I can order the stuff, I just need to get up to go to the door when the rider comes and brings me my stuff. What's the price actually? What's the downside? Well, you have delivery riders who are not paid very well. For a long time, wasn't even employees of these companies. If you live right next to these storage places where they put all the groceries, that's not so cool because they don't have delivery zones for the trucks like normal supermarkets need to have. So when you live right next there, you have always trucks on the streets. The riders do not have a room to hang out, so they hang out on the street. What is happening? They're destroying all the small grocery stores that we have in our neighborhoods. Maybe a pretty high price to create a great user experience for the user. Maybe we need to stop designing products for our users. This is not my idea. There are many other great people who go in the same direction. The challenge is, how can we achieve this in our daily work? We realized many people want to do something, they are just lacking ideas. They do not know where to start. We thought, yeah, maybe then it's a good idea to try to build something, to give them something, and maybe not doing it on our own, but together with the community, together with the people. So we invited people from all the world, hey, come here, do this with us. So the main idea actually is to have a non-profit initiative to drive sustainable and responsible UX based on the UN SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals in various ways. So it's a global community, meanwhile, that we have there. And well, some people from this community are creating this playbook for sustainable UX, but we also, meanwhile, run workshops live and online at conferences and stuff, trying to bring people into this whole topic. Well, and we do cooperations with universities and run student projects. Just to give you an idea, that's our workshop kit, pretty huge. Alice from our team did a stunning job setting this up. What is sustainable UX? Sustainable UX is about tools and ideas, current solutions. How can we drive sustainability in our work? It's about all the SDGs. We need to consider all of them and not only a few. Well, and we need to collect ideas for the whole process. It's not about only about concrete tools and ideas. Sustainable UX is also a mindset. It's a way of actually thinking and also changing UX. It's asking the right questions, being transparent to our user, and also going beyond the user. And this is really, really important, I think, that we need to change how we think and do UX in our daily life. And so with this, let me come to an end and bringing up this quote from the beginning once more. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. It's on us to be a change, to use the power that we have as designers, to drive change, being it for us, for our colleagues, for the products that we actually build. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Our next speaker, please welcome Leonie Moos.